All you have to do is nothing.
Finally, we have something different from the usual love stories and fairy tales typically offered in Christmas movies. Carry On, 2024, released just 10 days before Christmas on Netflix, has everyone talking. You might have seen the trailers, or maybe you've already hit play and are wondering what all the buzz is about. Well, get comfortable, because we're about to break it all down. The performances, the locations, the comparisons to Die Hard, yes, really, and what critics and audiences are saying. Trust me, this one's a roller coaster.
Now keep your voice down and do exactly as I say. Or we execute your girlfriend, your pregnant girlfriend.
First things first, let's talk about the cast. Carry On has a stacked lineup. We've got Taron Egerton, Dean Norris, Sophia Carson, Jason Bateman, and Danielle Deadwyler. It's like Netflix threw a dream team together and said, go save the world, but make it look good.
I've been coasting, but I can do better. Put me on a machine. I'll show you. I'm more than you think.
Starting with Taron Egerton, he plays a TSA officer, Ethan, who ends up in the middle of a high-stakes blackmailed situation at the airport on Christmas Eve.
One bag for one life.
You might thought of Kingsman when you saw Taron, but his character here is a far cry from the suave spy. He's more like that guy at the office who's too good for the job, but too awkward to be the hero. But man, does Taron nail it.
You're a son of a security guard, you're observant. How about cop?
I didn't make the cut. They kicked me out right before placement.
What'd you do?
Next question.
A nerve hit, okay.
He has this perfect mix of vulnerability and swagger, like you're rooting for him, but also laughing at his unintentional heroism. Ethan fails frequently, he can't outsmart well-prepared professionals, but he never gives up. He tries calling 911 but is spotted and threatened. He attempts to send a voice message via his smartwatch, only to be stopped again. When he finally spots the antagonist and sends a message to his coworker, the coworker is killed. So, what else can he do to stop the terrorist? With no other options, he reluctantly allows the dangerous item to pass through the luggage scanner. Ethan faces numerous obstacles, with lives at stake. Not all of his decisions are brilliant, but that's what makes him relatable and why we root for him. A fun fact, Taron Egerton's resemblance to a young Robert Patrick is striking, not just in appearance but also in the way he moves and expresses himself. If Taron ever played a villain, he would certainly resemble the T-1000 from Terminator. But hold the phone, the big surprise here is Jason Bateman. I mean, I've seen him play comedy gold in shows like Arrested Development and Ozark, but as a high-profile villain, Bateman is on fire in this film.
Would you rather kill 250 people on a plane or 5,000 in an airport?
He's got this sinister charm, so calm and collected that when he delivers those lines you can feel the sneaky layer of tension creeping in. But enough about the stars, let's talk location. The Netflix action movie Carry On was filmed at the old Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport, MSY. Filming at MSY gave the production team access to an entire airport without disrupting operations. This allowed for a more immersive experience and the ability to explore areas of an airport that passengers normally don't see. It gives a feeling of a confined space, ticking clocks, and a whole lot of tension, like a modern-day, slick version of Die Hard. Speaking of Die Hard, let's talk about that comparison, because, oh boy, it had to come up, didn't it? And, honestly, it should. Carry On has all the same ingredients that made Die Hard an action classic. But here's the thing, Carry On isn't Die Hard, and it knows it. It's more modern, with a bit of a self-aware tone. It's a film about finding your courage when you're way out of your depth, which adds a refreshing twist to a genre that often relies on the action hero trope.
Ethan, I don't want any more nonsense. Roll the case out.
So, yeah, it feels like Die Hard, but it has its own flavor, its own voice, and that's what makes it stand out. A passenger with a bomb in their luggage dies, and now Ethan must find a way to locate the luggage, which has been passed to a new carrier. But let's not forget the audience reactions. So far, it's number one on the list, taken very positively with remarks like it's a bit too long with quite a slow opening, and a lot too silly, but most people won't care. And in a year with almost no even modestly good holiday offerings, sorry to the two Red One fans, this might be the best Christmas movie of the year. Critics have been more mixed. Some are saying that while the performances are great and the action is top tier, the film follows a lot of predictable beats. I mean, we've seen the lone hero trying to save the day from terrorists thing before, and as much as the filmmakers try to innovate, some people feel like it's just retreading old ground.
We stop the flight, he'll just trigger it on the ground. It'll kill everyone anyway. I know what to do.
So, should you watch Carry On? If you're a fan of high-stakes action thrillers, and if you want to see some seriously talented actors have a blast in a tight, suspenseful story, then heck yes, this one's for you. But if you're looking for something groundbreaking, maybe don't expect that here. Be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share this with your movie lovers friends who also watch movies for English learning.